Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Lamont Roach and his father, they went on to the Cameron and Mace show, and he revealed that the New York State Athletic Commission admitted the knee that Gervonta took in that fight, it should have been ruled a knockdown, but they're not going to reverse it.
We did it. They upheld the draw, but they said the referee should have counted as a knockdown. So they said it was a knockdown, but they wasn't going to change the decision.
So what kind of is that?
That's
I really don't understand that.
Put bull in front of it.
So hold the on. The nigga said, we're not going to change the draw, but we recognize it should have been
a knockdown.
Yeah, so that's like,
we robbed you, but we robbed you, but we can't change.
We let you know that we robbed you, but we can't change. That's what you getting.
That's exactly what I got from it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I got from it.
Well, that's what everybody got from that. Now, before I go into what the New York State Athletic Commission said or what they decided to rule on, I want to say I really enjoyed watching this fight. I watched this fight so many times, probably about 8 times already. And once I get to watch it in high definition, I'm probably going to watch it about 3 more times. The most exciting fights to watch are when you have 2 fighters with a very high boxing IQ, the highest level of chess. For the first time, we got to see Gervonta Tank Davis deal with the most adversity in the ring. Not only did Lamont Roach prove that he was special, but he proved Gervonta right when Gervonta said that Lamont Roach was better than Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin. The whole reason why the whole boxing world wants to see Gervonta versus Shakur Stevenson is because they felt that Shakur was the only one that can challenge Gervonta. And before Devin Haney fought Ryan Garcia, we felt that Devin was the only one that can challenge Gervonta and Shakur. But while waiting for the Gervonta-Shakur Stevenson fight, we found out there's someone else that can challenge Gervonta as well. And his name is Lamont Roach. Okay, so with all of that being said, like I said, I've watched this fight 8 times. Maybe the first couple of times I watched this fight, I wasn't really scoring it. But after like the 3rd time, I started to score the rounds. And once I started to score the rounds, it did seem to me like Gervonta, he had the edge. I did feel like Lamont Roach, he started a little too late. Although he was going tit for tat with Gervonta and pushing him to his limits, I felt Gervonta, he won more rounds. But even with that being said, I'm not a judge. So if the judges had the fight a draw and the New York State Athletic Commission is saying that knockdown should have been ruled a knockdown, then this just further exposes how corrupt the New York State Athletic Commission is. Remember, this is the same commission that suspended Ryan Garcia, but under the strangest circumstances. They suspend him a year for testing positive for PEDs, but then order him to pay $1 million to his own promoter, Golden Boy Promotions, which we have no proof, by the way, that he had ever did that. Which is the reason why I had said leading up to Ryan Garcia's hearing with the commission that everything should be completely transparent, out in the open, meaning the hearing, it should have been recorded. It should have been completely documented. They made a deal behind closed doors and no one knows what took place outside of Ryan Garcia's people and the commission. It's supposed to be like a deposition, or like someone having to meet up with Congress. I mean, this is the reason why whenever you call up a company, the phone calls are monitored. But only in the wild, wild west of boxing does corruption like this exist, where there is no documentation of people exchanging money. And another reason why this conversation or this hearing should have been recorded, because it would have further exposed how Ryan Garcia pled guilty to testing positive for PEDs. I can guarantee you guys, he didn't say to the commission or anyone else, and his lawyers didn't say anything about this either. They did not say, oh, Devin Haney's brother, he had already knew I was going to test positive for PEDs. He didn't say any of that kind of stuff. These are only things that he says on social media and press conferences, but there's no way he's going to use that as a defense. And if he tried to use that as a defense, he would have never paid money out pleading guilty. He would have never accepted the suspension. He would have took this further because he could have, if he truly believed he was set up. And I already completely broke this down so many times, so I'm not even going to go into all of the lies that Ryan Garcia told leading up to the hearing, which is the reason why he was begging Devin Haney to drop the lawsuit. If Ryan Garcia felt he was set up, he would have no problem with the lawsuit. In fact, remember, Ryan Garcia, he threatened to countersue Devin Haney. But it turned out to be another Ryan Garcia lie. He backed down and he begged Devin Haney to drop the lawsuit. See, Devin Haney, he don't know how to clap back when Ryan Garcia is on stage at press conferences saying all this silly stuff like, oh, your brother set me up. All Devin had to say is, okay, well, if my brother set you up, why are you asking me to drop the lawsuit? What happened to the countersuit? I thought you were going to sue me. So why did you plead guilty? Why did you accept the suspension? And that ain't even everything, man. It's so much to say in response to what Ryan said to Devin. Something else has surprised me. I was surprised that Devin Haney had said at the press conference that he believes that Ryan Garcia is a changed person. How did he change? He still hasn't taken any accountability. He's still accusing you of setting him up, taking multiple photos with other racists like Teofimo Lopez. How did he change? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what is Devin Haney's definition of change? What did Ryan Garcia change? The tires on his car? He changed his outfit? His phone number? His girlfriend? Well, Devin, that's not the change we're talking about. People like Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, they ain't gonna never change because their fathers are just like they are. That's where they learned it from. If their fathers didn't change, why would you think their kids are gonna change? With that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Hey, let's go bring George Floyd back to life and kill that nigga again. I hate you, bro. I hate all niggers. And guess what? I'm not apologizing for nothing. You ain't gonna catch me apologizing for nothing. The last time I apologized was never. So, y'all can come and try to touch me all y'all want. Shoot me if you want. I don't give a fuck.
Is it racist to say that you don't like black people?
Is it racist to say that you don't like black people? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It depends on the context.
It is not racist to say.
It depends on the context.
No. The context here is that if you hate a person, the context here is that if you hate a person who happens to be black, then it would not be racist. If you are hating black people in general for being black, then it is racist. That is the context. When this person here, which is specifically Crystal Clanton, by the way, when she's saying F all blacks, right? End of story. That is her hating black people for existing within black bodies, and that is therefore racism. I don't know why you're trying to filbro racism.
Well, I'm not really trying to filbro anything. I think I'm trying to unpack like what you mean when you say certain things.
I mean, can you please unpack the meaning of F all blacks? Can you please explain to the 8,000 people here what that means when somebody says F all blacks? Please, I don't understand English. Explain to me what F all blacks mean.
Hey, look, I'm trying to engage with this interlocutor without getting really emotional here. Look, it just seems like right, you're bringing up some claim. Okay, I'm trying to understand right what you mean when you say racism.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.